Against the backdrop of the unstable geopolitical situation in the world and the rapid deterioration of the position of globalists on the world stage, Western media are trying to avoid topics that clearly reflect the successes of the Russian Federation, contributing to the strengthening of Moscow's role in all key regions of the world. So, a few days ago there was one very significant event that was also ignored by the Western media. The fact is that the official delegation of Yemen's Houthis, led by the advisor to the Prime Minister of Yemen and chairman of the Advisory Office for Coordination with the BRICS, Fouad al-Ghaffari, arrived in Moscow on an official visit and held in-depth talks with Russia's special representative for the Middle East and Africa Mikhail Bogdanov. The remarkable thing about this event is that for the first time, Yemen's Houthis touched upon the development of trade and economic cooperation between Russia and Yemen. Many of you may think that in today's situation in the Middle East, Yemen and Russia should discuss and develop only military issues. However, those of you who think so are deeply mistaken. The fact is that Yemen's trade relations with Russia and other countries are crucial for Yemen's Houthis. Yemen continued to maintain trade ties with Russia and other countries even during the peak of the civil war. Yemen's ports continued to receive cargo, including military cargo from Iran, even during the most active hostilities. Secondly, you should understand that the rapidly changing situation in the geopolitical arena of the world requires all countries to prepare projects for the development of economic cooperation, calculated and formulated into specific plans. Yemen's Houthis are not stupid guys. They also understand all this perfectly well, and are trying to make the most of cooperation with Russia. In particular, Yemen's Houthis proposed to Moscow to launch a direct shipping line between Russia and Yemen, which will unite Russian and Yemeni ports. Through this shipping line, Russia can begin direct deliveries to Yemen of not only agricultural products, but also military cargo. In turn, Yemen will export cotton and coffee to Russia, which Moscow imports in large quantities. Of course, in addition to agricultural products and weapons, Yemen also needs other goods from Russia. And everyone understands perfectly well that Yemen does not have enough money to pay for all this. However, given the fact that the actions of Yemen's Houthis in the Red Sea have brought great economic benefits to Russia, Moscow will give Yemen a discount on many of its goods. The fact is that thanks to Yemen's Houthis, Russia began to earn billions of dollars every month. As it turned out, the European Union, due to the actions of Yemen's Houthis in the Red Sea, increased the transit of Chinese products through Russia by 45%. And this indicator is growing with each new quarter. Therefore, there is no doubt that Russia will provide Yemen's Houthis with all the necessary assistance, and even provide significant discounts on many of its products. In addition, the Russian side also discussed with Yemen's Houthis the creation of a railway that would unite the northern and southern parts of Yemen. It is obvious that this infrastructure project will become a key driver of the overall economic development of the Yemeni state. Thus, we see how Russia continues to strengthen its influence in the Middle East against the backdrop of the decline of the old world order and the arrival of a multipolar world. Russia is paying so much attention to Yemen for a reason, especially given the fact that the geographical location of this country is a strategically important point on the world map. As I said earlier, the ongoing disintegration of the unipolar world contributes to the formation of so-called macro-regions, which will be led by the leading countries. At the moment, many countries of the Middle East, including Iran, are integrating into the Russian macro-region. And judging by recent events, Yemen is also ready to become part of the Russian macro-region. Unfortunately for globalists in Washington and London, the presence of Yemen in the Russian macro-region will allow Moscow to establish full control over the southern gate of the Red Sea, which in turn will significantly strengthen Russia's geoeconomic and geopolitical influence around the world. Thus, it can be stated that in the next 10-20 years, Moscow's power and influence will only grow all over the world.